3 tilted towers. One swimming pool balanced directly on top. 1,500 tons of water sitting directly above open air.
One crack and all of it falls straight down. So how do you balance that much water on 3 towers that do not even stand straight? Let us find out.
Balancing a pool on 3 towers that lean in different directions is not about making them match. It is about designing a structure
before it can hold water at this height. And this frame has to be built to handle 3 towers pulling in 3 different directions at once. Every section of this frame has to survive the trip before it ever survives the height. This frame has to flex slightly in 3 different directions at once, one for each tower it will eventually rest on.
Every joint has to prove it can bend just enough without ever actually breaking.
Alongside the steel frame, a completely waterproof composite panel is being engineered, the layer that will actually hold the water in.
If this panel leaks even slightly at this height, it becomes a very different kind of problem very quickly.
Each section here has to arrive exactly as strong as it left the plant.
Before anything is built up top, they have to know exactly how differently each of these 3 towers actually leans. Every crate here is heading toward the same rooftop, from 3 different directions.
Through the middle of one of the busiest cities in the world, and the pieces of an impossible pool make their way to the top.
The material has arrived. Now it has to travel straight up between 3 towers that do not even agree on which way is up.
Before a single beam goes up, and they already know exactly where each tower needs to meet the pool above it. Even the platform itself has to be built at an angle, just to end up level with the other 2.
The second platform faces the exact opposite challenge, correcting a lean in the completely opposite direction.
3 towers, 3 different problems, 3 separately solved.
The first beam connecting 2 towers that were never designed to be connected.
Every bolt here has to hold 2 towers together that do not even lean the same way.
Before anything else connects to it, this beam has to prove it can carry weight, and it has not even met yet.
One connection down, one more before the triangle is complete.
For the first time, 3 separate buildings become one single, connected structure.
This grid is what will actually hold the pool's weight, spread evenly across all 3 towers at once. Each connection point gets its own sensor, constantly measuring exactly how much load it is carrying from each tower. The basin that will one day hold 1,500 tons of water starts as just one more piece of steel.
At this height, over 3 towers that do not agree on level ground, there is no room for hesitation in a single weld.
Now the layer that will actually hold the water in finally arrives at the top.
Section by section, an entire pool begins taking shape, where 3 separate rooftops used to be.
Every seam here has to be completely sealed, and there is no room for even a single slow leak at this height.
Even the color here was chosen deliberately, a teal that will make the water itself feel like it is floating in open sky.
The edge itself gets a gold trim, the last visible line between the pool and the open air beyond it.
For the first time, you can see exactly what this impossible pool is going to look like finished.
This edge is designed to make the water look like it simply continues into the open sky beyond it. Every drop that spills over this edge gets caught, recycled, and sent right back into the pool.
The points carrying the most weight from all three towers get reinforced twice. Once was not considered enough.
Before the real fill ever happens, a small test tells them everything they need to know.
Not a single drop where it is not supposed to be.
Even the deck around the pool has to span 3 towers without anyone standing on it ever noticing. Halfway across the basin, and all 3 towers are still holding their share exactly as calculated.
At this height, wind is not a maybe, it is a constant, and every measurement has to account for it. Until 5D, when conditions clear, the work continues exactly where it left off. From below, guests will one day be able to look straight up through the water into open sky beyond it.
Even unfinished, it already looks like nothing else, balanced on any skyline anywhere.
Every inch of this impossible pool still passes through very ordinary human hands.
Working this high, over 3 towers instead of 1, means safety here is checked 3 times over. Each test fill gets larger, and each one has to pass before the next one begins. All 3 towers, carrying real weight together for the first time, and holding exactly where they are supposed to.
An entire hidden system keeps the water clean, circulating constantly, even at this height.
Soon this pool will not just hold water, it will glow, gold and teal, through the night.
After all of this, only one final section remains before the basin is complete.
The very last piece of a structure that 3 separate towers have been carrying together this entire time.
And with that, the basin finally becomes one single, unbroken structure.
From up here, it is almost impossible to believe 3 separate buildings are holding all of this together.
Every panel must shine, not just for beauty, but to prove every inch of this was finished with the same care.
Now, the entire structure can constantly monitor exactly how much weight each tower is carrying, at all times. After all of this, reinforced steel, waterproof panels, and constant testing, it stands complete.
Even now, the smallest detail is never rushed. One by one, the machines that built the impossible now leave it behind.
The site that once roared with machines now falls quiet, 300 meters above the street. Even the furniture up here has to be secured against wind, and most rooftop lounges never have to consider.
If anything ever needs to happen fast, this system can empty the entire pool faster than most people would expect.
Here, emergency response is not a formality. It is tested until everyone can do it without thinking.
Somewhere inside one of these towers, someone will always be watching exactly how the other 2 are holding up.
The clear boundary, letting the view stay open while keeping everyone safely on the right side of it. Even the hidden structure holding 3 towers together gets finished with the same care as everything visible.
A small plate marking the exact point where 3 separate buildings agreed to become one.
After all of this, reinforced steel, waterproof panels, and constant vigilance, an entire pool.
Before it is ever declared finished, every single connection is checked one final time.
For the first time, someone is officially watching all 3 towers together.
And somewhere below, its exact balance is still being measured, every single moment.
Every light checked and working exactly as designed.
Every utility here has to travel through 3 separate buildings just to reach the same rooftop. One last look at something they spent years building before it belongs to someone else entirely. Everything is ready, everything except the first real fill.
Every calculation, every connection point, every panel, approved, one final time.
For the first time, the full 1,500 tons begin settling directly onto all 3 towers at once.
And they hold, exactly where the engineers said they would. No fireworks, no big celebration, just quiet relief that it actually worked. The very first person to swim in water balanced 300 meters above the ground. From right here, the water and the sky beyond it look like exactly the same thing.
Most of them will never swim up there. All of them will still want to see it for themselves.
Within weeks, what once seemed impossible becomes just another part of the daily rhythm at the top.
3 towers, 1 pool, and a balance that has held exactly as designed every single day since.
Every sunrise now reflects off water, balanced exactly where it was never supposed to be able to sit.
This is not just steel and water. This is what happens when engineers refuse to accept that 3 different towers
3 tilted towers, 1 pool, and 1,500 tons of water, exactly where it is supposed to stay.
This video is created for education and informational purposes using advanced AI tools and human creativity. All concepts, scripting, and storytelling are independently developed to ensure originality. Visuals and animations are generated or enhanced using AI technologies such as VO3, Meta AI, and Grok AI, while final editing and post-production and completed using CapCut and other professional editing tools. No external created content has been copied or reused. Any semblance to real-world environments, factories, or processes is purely coincidental. All scenes shown in this video are digitally created and do not represent real footage. This content is produced with transparency and follows YouTube monetization guidelines.